So yep. Hello everyone and welcome to the live show. Good morning, from where you're joining. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. To the live show. So it's another day, okay, to look at the crypto market. One thing why I like trading crypto is because even during weekends, okay, we can actually see opportunity to trade the crypto market. Okay, so quickly before we get started, all right, for those of us who actually joined me during the afternoon trading yesterday, this was what we're looking at for the YGG token. Right, remember that when it was pumping, this was the area we're looking at, and eventually it broke above that area, came back to around 28 cents, then it dropped again. So that afternoon I told us that I see this coming 30 cents or thereabout, and yes, so if you had that set up, okay, as a limit order, that would have hit your full TP and all of that. So yeah, so it rejected at that 30 cent and then came back. Right now we're using the 200 moving day, okay, the 200-day moving average as a base, right? We're using it as a support. Okay, so for YGG, it is long setup that we are going to be looking at. Okay, it is a long setup for me for the YGG token. You can enter with market order right now. Okay, and target to take profit at that level of 29 to 30 cents, or wait for this. Okay, what I want to see here is wait for this to do something like this. Okay, come back again and maybe reject from that 200-day moving average again. Then we can be entering a trade to the long side. For me right now, for a quick start for the YGG token, okay, for today, I'll be looking for long trades until we break, okay, above, below this moving average, all right? We've been consolidating here for a while. So right now, what I'll be looking for is a long trade, all right? And my entry will be somewhere around, okay? So let me see if I can get that retrace back to the 200-day moving average. Then I'll take a long trade to the upside. Okay, so my entry will be somewhere around 0.25. That is around 25 cents. Then I'll be taking a trade to the upside. All right. So for YGG, that is exactly the setup that I'm looking at this morning. All right. Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live show. Okay. Yeah. It's nice having you guys, okay? It's nice having you guys here, all right? So, Avinash, you're welcome. Ethereum, yes, we are going to look at Ethereum, but I have one particular token that I wanted to look at if I'm going to long or short that token right now. Okay, so let's quickly look at the 1,000, is it 10,000 ladies? I think it's 10,000 ladies, okay? Yeah, 10,000 ladies, and see what that token has for us. So it's actually 10,000 ladies. Yes, I got that right. 10,000 ladies. I can check the performance currently on the Bybit. So let me check 10,000. Let me check. Yeah. So currently we have 7.8 million in trading volume. So yeah. So this is exactly what I'm looking at. Let me go to a higher time frame and check, possible entry. Let's look at that. Oh, that pump. I already missed this pump, guys. I already missed this pump. All right. 1,000 ladies was doing very well, and then all of a sudden it started dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping. And then, we just have this sudden move. For me, it's going to be a long setup, okay? A long trade. I'm not going to be looking for, long trade for the 10,000 ladies stuff, right? Okay, so we rejected just slightly, yeah, below the 786 level. Okay, so Fibonacci retracement 2 is not going to work here. So either way, we can actually take it from up here, down here, right? So I see this token coming up to around 33 cent, yeah, 0.0003 cent, all right? So I'll be looking for a long trade for this particular token, guys. I'll be looking for a long trade for this particular token for the 10,000 ladies. I'll be looking to take like a quick 10 to 5 to 10% move in the market. All right. So I'll be looking. Let's see what's possible here. Okay, so let me do I want to see if I can enter a trade right now. Okay, so just wait for a bit of pullback, okay? A bit of pullback. I'll just wait for this market to consolidate for a while. Okay, then we go ahead and look for, it's a long trade, okay? I'm not getting any good setup right now, but I will just wait for a little bit of pullback. Okay, I'll wait for a pullback and then I'll enter a trade. You can enter this trade with as little leverage as you can, okay? Don't, because if I say short now, I don't think we are in the level where we can short. Yes, this area we have rejected there, but I still see this pump, getting up to around this 2-4 area. So I'll just enter with market order right now, and then I'll gradually be adding to my positions, okay? I'll enter with market order right now and gradually be adding to my position. And then I'll just enter with a very low leverage, like 5x leverage. Okay, let's do 5x and see how far this can go. Yeah, 5x leverage, put it on cross, confirm. And then we do a little bit of this right here. Okay, so I'll gradually be adding to the margin. I'm targeting 0.00033, okay? That is the area, or even at this 2.8, all right? Yeah, at 2.84, I'll be taking profit at that exact area, guys. So I'll be taking profit at that exact area. Let me just do, if I do 10% in profit, let's do 20. Okay, so yeah, let's see how this plays out, okay? Let's see how this plays out, guys. Let's see how that plays out. All right, I'm already in the trade, so let's see how it works. Okay, so yeah, then I'll go back to your, let's go to Ethereum from Avi. Ethereum USDT. Yeah, what was the setup we had? Was it yesterday we looked at this token? Was it yesterday we looked at this token on the Ethereum pair? The setup, yeah, we're looking at this rejection here. I think we rejected there again. Yes. So yeah, we rejected there again yesterday. You see that long week? So these are the areas we were looking at, all right? The setup I had here was to enter at 1,800 and either 13. That was what I was looking at yesterday. Okay, 800, either 800, 813, and all of that. So you see that, we've been rejecting this area. All right, this 1,815, 1,816 level, and all of that. So if you have had a setup here, it would have been a long trade for you. So right now for Ethereum, it's still a long setup for me, guys. It's still a long setup for me. So what we are currently looking at is, between this area of 1,850 to this, down to this area of 1,800. Okay, that's exactly what we are looking at. So I told us yesterday that in as much as we keep consolidating in this area, you'll be looking at longing from this area up or shorting from this area up until we break either way. All right. Either we'll break to the downside and continue the downtrend, or we'll break to the upside and continue the uptrend, okay? So it all depends on what you are looking at currently. So for me, I'll be looking to pick Ethereum to the long side if it comes down to this area here, all right? So my long setup will be just at this zone here, and then I'll see how I can target that up there at 1,850, all right? So that is the setup I have for Ethereum. If it plays out this way, that is exactly what I am going to do on this particular trade. Okay, that's exactly what I'm going to do on this particular trade, guys. All right, so yeah, the next token you want us to look at, yes, good morning, Barnett, right? Yeah, good morning, Freeborn. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live show, guys. Smash that like button, okay? Smash that like button. All right, so which other token do you want us to look at again? Yeah, okay, let's go to Bybit, Guinness at least again, and then yeah, I see SCU, okay, yeah, SC, I see 1,000 ladies, yeah, which is the trade I just entered now. Let me see if that 1,000 ladies will do magic. It always pump, all right. Whenever I pump, it wants to pump, it always pump and all of that, okay. Yeah, so we should have token again. We're going to trade this morning. DYDX. Let's look at DYDX, guys, and see we're going to short or long that token, right? HNT, yeah, I shorted that trade yesterday. Yes, during the live trade that afternoon, I shorted this trade yesterday. Though it went to as high as 2.2, right? Yeah, $2.2, but it still came back and entered my profit. So what I did was to be adding margin to my trade gradually, and yes, it came back. I closed that trade this morning, and it was in profit. Okay, yeah, it was in profit. Okay, Doge hit stop loss. Yeah, what was the setup we had on Doge yesterday? Let's see. Was it a long or a short setup? Let me see. What do we have on Doge? Let's see. Freeborn, let me know. Was it a long or a setup or a short setup for Doge? Was it long or short? Okay. Let me check Doge and see that. What happened to Doge USDT? Were you shorting or you were long? Which exactly? Because if I can remember well, I didn't say you should short. I think it was yesterday we looked at this Doge, right? Was it yesterday? Yeah. We looked at Doge yesterday, right? Okay, yeah. So went slightly below, all right? Went slightly below the 200-day moving average. And the reason why I plotted this line here is to pay attention here because this token could likely be rejecting from here. I think when we looked at it, it was somewhere around there. So we say if you do not reject from that's the thing. Okay, we're actually waiting. What I had, okay, is for this to reject from this area, which is exactly where it rejected from. Okay, so you see that we came just slightly below the 200-day moving average, and then which is why I plotted this horizontal line here, right? That if we reject from this area, it should be a long setup. So yeah, sorry about that. Okay, the best place you would have shorted would have been to short at I don't know when you shorted, okay? If you shorted at 7.5, Dodge actually went down to as low as 7.3, right? It went to as low as 7.3. So if you shorted at 7.5, anyway, it all depends on what you were looking for, okay? Maybe you were expecting that it to continue to go lower and all of that. All right. So you would have secured profit when it was at 7.3, maybe break even and all of that, guys. Okay, always make sure that you pay attention to your trade whenever you set trade. Don't just set trades, except if the money you are putting there, is of no use to you. You can do that, all right? But always pay attention when you are, setting up a trade. Okay. So for Doge right now is a buy. Okay, is a buy, guys. So it's a buy, but we have to wait for a pullback. We have to wait for a pullback to yeah, we have to, you can either enter right now or you wait for a pullback. All right, let me see if this plays out like this. Maybe we do like a pullback to this area and then I'll enter a trade and take it to the upside. Okay, so that's exactly what I am looking at for the Doge trade. Okay, so it's going to be a long setup. We'll pick a trade here and then we can take it to as high as that level. All right, as high as that level. That's exactly what we're looking at for the Doge trade. Then your stop loss will just be slightly below in case the market do some magic and start going against you. All right, in case it does some magic and start going against you. All right, what happened to Binance? Muhammad, what happened to Binance? Guys, if you don't have a Bybit account, go to the description of this video. Let me open up that video. Go to the description of this video and sign up for a Bybit account, okay? Sign up for a Bybit account, right? For futures trading, we recommend Bybit, all right? You can use Binance for sport, use Binance for P2P. Yeah, those are my preference, okay? For Binance, for P2P, I like Binance, okay? Because with Binance, you can do very high volume and all of that. Okay, so go to the description of this video, and then you see a lot of links here. Okay, the first link here is to sign up for a Bybit account. All right, and then guys, the Bybit trading competition is still ongoing. Okay, I still need more people to join my squad. So click on the second link to go join my squad. You stand a chance to share in the $8 million that Bybit is giving out. All right. So you stand a chance to share in the $8 million that Bybit is giving out. This prize pool is meant for every participant of this competition. So go use that second link and join up. If you are not on the Telegram, then you can use the other link to join the Telegram. Okay. Yeah. All right. So sorry about that for your stop loss and all of that. Okay. Shiba Inu ate my money actually, not Shiba Inu, Pepe. Pepe ate a lot of my money, guys. And for those of you who started copying me at that time, Pepe ate a lot of my money. All right, trading view at 5 minutes. What happened to read at 5 minutes? You know, some of you will just type and I keep wondering exactly what exactly you want to achieve when you just do random typing and all of that. Okay, so the next token I want us to look at right now is there was a token I saw here, I think DYDX. Okay, so I'll go back to DYDX. Let's see what we have there. DYDX. Okay, let's see if we can see a possible scalping opportunity for that particular trade. Okay. Yeah, guys. So smash that like button, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Let's see. For DYDX. Okay, let me go to a higher time frame and see what's possible with this trade. And then we'll equally look at Tomo as well. Okay. We'll equally look at Tomo as well. So DYDX. Look at that. Look at that move, guys. Look at that move. So we slightly broke above this area, we rejected at this area here. Okay, exactly this area, that's where we rejected from. So DYDX. Let's take a trade. So right here, what I'll be looking for is a pullback, and I'll enter a long trade for DYDX. Okay. For me, I'll wait if we can pull back down to this area. Let me check 1 hour. Yes, guys. Okay, right now I'm not going to do anything. You can enter. For me, I want to see maybe a consolidation around this area and then a move to the upside to around 2.1 or thereabout, or possibly I'll be waiting to enter a trade. If I see it come down back to this level, I'll be entering a trade here and take it up. Okay, so that's exactly what I'll be looking at. All right, wait for a pullback here and enter a trade and take it up. All right, wait for a pullback and enter a trade and take it up. Pull back, enter a trade, and take it up. All right. So yeah, Shiba Inu has been pumping and pumping and pumping. So let's look at Shiba and see the current area we are right now. So let's say SHIB 1000. Let's look at Shiba Inu and see what's possible with that particular coin right now. Currently, we are at 0.009. Yeah. Okay, so exactly. All right, so right now the 200-day moving average will be 7 as a resistance, okay? And then we equally need to pay attention to this area right here, right? We need to equally pay attention to that area right there. So what's possible? Are we going to reject from that area? Will it reject from that area and start going down and all of that? That is exactly what we have to be looking at. So what I'm waiting for right now is, okay, my expectations for this particular trade is that what I expect to happen here is, I see SHIB, okay, retracing back this way, right? Gradually we come this way, bounce from here, and then boom, we go up again. All right, so there are two things you should be looking at here. All right, so is that you short from here and wait to take a long trade at 8.7, or you wait for it to come down here and you take a trade here to the upside. All right, so two scenarios I'm looking at for Shiba Inu right now is I will set up a long trade here. Okay, if Shiba Inu retraces back to this level, so I will be looking to enter at 0.00876, and I'll be targeting this area or even up to the 200-day moving average, okay, at around 0.00933, okay? Then if I'm shorting here, all right, if I'm shorting, you will end there with market order, or you just wait for it to come back to that 0.0091, okay, 0.0091, and you take a trade down here, all right? So this is the setup of what I have for the Shiba Inu trade, guys. So you enter at 0.0091 and then you take a trade to the downside. All right. And your target is this area here at 87. All right. That should be your target. All right. That is exactly what I personally will be looking at for Shiba Inu. Okay. So I'll be looking to short that trade here. Right. Once it pulls back up to this area, short it and take profit here. From here, you can take a long trade. Okay. So please, if you need to snap this or screenshot this is what I will be looking at exactly. Okay. So you see the price mapped out on the chart here. So for the long trade, your take profit will be this price here, and then your stop loss will be this area here. Your entry is here. Okay, the gray map here, this one that is mapped, that's highlighted with gray is your entry. The red is your stop loss, and then the green is your take profit. Okay, this one that has a timer on it is the current price of the token we are looking at. All right. So yeah, for this entry is there, and then your stop loss there, and your take profit there. All right. So that is exactly what I'm looking at for the Shiba Inu trade. You can enter with market order or allow this to play out. When it comes down here, you take a trade to the upside. Okay. So that is exactly what I will be looking at. All right. That is exactly what I'll be looking at. All right. Which other token again do you want us to look at, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Which other token again do you want me to look at? Okay. Okay, so let's look at KNC, right? Let's look at KNC, KNC USDT, KNC USDT. All right, any token of your choice, let me know. Put it on the chat. Put it on the chat. If there's any token of your choice you want me to look at, okay, put it on the chat and let's look at it. Let's look at it together. All right, we have the next 30 minutes to call it a day here. KNC, is it a buy or a sell? Are you a buy or are you a sell? Are you a buy or are you a sell? Are you a buy? Buy. Okay, these were the setup we had. Was it yesterday we looked at this KNC stuff? Okay. Now what I said is, a break below this trend line and a retest, you'll be taking a trade to the downside. That was what I said. Okay. So this particular setup, it's not valid because we are below that trend line. Okay, I don't know if we'll continue to go up, but let's look at how this plays out. All right. So you see that we just retested that trend line, right? We break this trend line, came back, retested it, and came back again. So maybe we are going to test it again or retest it again for the second time or thereabout and pull back down. All right. So what you want to be waiting for is to go to lower time frame like the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes time frame. Okay, currently that we are below here, right? If we have another rejection at that trend line at that 70 cent, you should be taking a trade to the downside, guys. Okay, you should be taking a trade to the downside. And when you take a trade to the downside, your target will be this area of support here. All right, this area of support. Then from here, you'll be taking a trade to the upside. Okay, so this is exactly what I will be personally looking at for KNC. All right, so for KNC, for now, if we reject this area, if we don't break above it, all right, if we don't break above this area here, I'll be looking for a long setup, guys, for a short setup, right? So any rejection from here, I'll take a trade down this area, all right? And then we'll come back to this area, I'm taking a trade to the upside, all right? If we come down to this area, I'm taking a trade to the upside, all right? So my long setup is still valid, and let's see how that plays out, all right? Let's see how that plays out, because currently we are below the trend line, so if it comes down to this area, we'll be looking to take a trade to the upside, guys. Okay, so for KNC, pay attention to that, all right? Pay attention to that token and make sure that you trade it accordingly. Okay, make sure that you trade it accordingly when it goes in your favor. All right. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Yeah, good morning, Sunny. You're welcome to the live show. Okay, let's look at XTMX. Okay, so STMX USDT. Let's see what that token has for us right now. STMX USDT. Okay, so yep. Okay, So we are still above that 200-day moving average, guys. So for me, for this trade right now, okay, this was the setup we had, yesterday during the afternoon section. Okay, yeah. So I think those setup were done on the 5 minutes. So let's go back to the 5 minutes and see how that plays out. Okay, so let's do 15 minutes. So wrap. Okay, it all depends on the one you took. This would have hit your stop loss before coming back into profit. And then this, if you waited for this, it would have equally hit your take profit and all of that. All right, but let's look at the a new setup right now. Let's look at a new setup right now. What exactly do we have here? What exactly do we have here, guys? So for me right here, I'll wait for this, okay? I'll wait for this to come back this area. My long setup for this particular token will be here. All right, so I'm going to look at entering a trade here and then maybe targeting that high there. And then stop loss just below, okay? Then if we break below that area, another possible area of entering a long trade will be down here, okay? So if we break below this area that we rejected from here, all right, if we break here, another area to be looking at will be somewhere down here, guys. Okay, so you should be looking at entering a trade down there to the upside, right? Or even at the support, which is down here, right? Even at the support, which is down there. Now, one thing I want you to pay attention to is if this token comes back up here and reject from here, then it should be a short trade, okay? If it comes and reject at this area of 0.008, okay, 0.008 or thereabout, please, you have to use stop loss in this trade. You see this week here, okay? This can happen, right? This is just in one candle. This token move up to as high as 13, okay, 13 cents before it started coming back. So always use stop losses and all of that. But right now we are consolidating in this area, and this zone of consolidation is what we want to take advantage of. Okay, so if this token comes back here and reject from here, that is where we're going to short. Then if it comes and reject from here with long, use a tight stop loss, because you could come down to this area here, down here, okay? Possibly, let me just bring this down to this area. So your long trade will be here. But if you're going to scalp, all right, for a quick scalp and all of that, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, then that is when you need to be looking at this area for a quick scalp to the upside and all of that. All right, so these are just the setup I have for, the STMX token, and then I will allow that to play out, okay? I will allow this to play out, and then that is exactly what I'm going to do if it plays out, okay? So yeah, Amadou, you're welcome. Okay, SRP. Let's look at SRP and see what currently SRP is doing. Okay, SRP USDT. Let's look at what that token has for us right now. Okay, so yep. SRP USDT. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Let's do daily. Let's do the daily time frame. Guys, this is magic. Okay, so let me do this, the fib retracement tool, and go up there. Okay, so I see this token coming down to this 786 level, guys. So I see this token coming down to this level. All right, that is the level we are looking at currently. And then if we reject from that area, it should be a long, okay? You should be looking at taking a long trade to the upside, guys. So this trend line. So let's look at how this plays out, all right? So yeah, we have this way. Make sure we have touches there. So if I go back down to the 4 hours time frame, guys, my long setup will be at that 718, okay? the 718. So let me remove the Fibonacci retracement tool so that we can see clearly. Yeah, my long setup will be here. Okay. So guys, I'm looking to pick a trade at this level here at 57 cents. All right, 57 cents. So my long setup will be here. Alternatively, guys, if you want to be more sure on this market, you want to wait. What you want to wait to see play out is in this trade coming back, and then if it rejects from this area, you want to see it break above the trend line and let the trend line becomes a support. Okay, once the trend line becomes a support, you enter a long trade. But for me, okay, for a quick scalp, all right, a quick move to the upside, I see this rejecting at this 786 level, right? Remember, this is the level that Fibonacci retracement to give us on the daily time frame. So we'll take that, and then at the trend line, we'll take profit, okay, or close partial of our position, and then we'll continue to trail this market until we get up there. All right. So if this plays out, that would be a lot of profit for you. Okay. If this happens that it comes down here, it rejects here, and it takes it up there, this will be a lot of profit for you if you are patient enough to wait in the market. So this is the setup I will looking out for the SRP token. All right, for SRP, just wait for it to play out. But if you want to do a quick scalp right now, okay, if you want to do a quick scalp right now, so currently you see that we are just in the middle. All right, we are not at the trend line, we are not at our support level, so I wouldn't do anything right now. To me, I wouldn't do anything right now. If you want to do a downside, fine, but anything can happen in the market, guys. But I'll just wait for that setup to play out, and then I'll be entering a long trade down there, guys. I'll be entering a long trade to the upside once this comes down to this area. So yeah, don't rush into the trade, okay? Don't rush into it. Let it play out. Let it do its thing, okay? Once it play out, you go ahead and you can set limit orders with your stop losses, take profit levels, and all of that. So let this play out. Now, if it breaks below this area, the next area of rejection you should be looking at is the 200-day moving average. Okay, if it breaks below this zone here that I've drawn here, the 786 level, the next level you should be looking at is the 200-day moving average. That can serve as our support level. Okay, so allow that to play out and see what happens. All right. So that's exactly what I will doing for SRP. That is the setup I have for the SRP trade. All right. So yeah, Prince Vincent, welcome to the live show. Okay, so let's look at that particular trade, the WorldCoin token. WorldCoin. Okay, WLD. Yeah, many of us are believing that this token will continue to soar high and are buying for long-term trades and all of that. And many of us are buying into this. Many are buying into this. Okay. Many of us are holding this token. Right now, we are trading at all of this setup that I have here are no longer valid because let's go ahead and remove all of that and see what this particular trade has for us. Okay, so yes. Take this out. And then even the trend line, this out as well, this out. Okay. Yeah, so yep. So for WorldCoin right now, this is what we're looking at. Let me do my FIB and see possible areas. Do my Fibonacci retracement tool from down there up here. Okay, we are at the 50% level. All right. So if I do down here to up there, we are at the 50% level. If I do from here, from this week, we are at the 786 level, right? So we are at the 786 level. Guys, okay, let me take this out. What I will be expecting to play out, already we are rejecting already. So let's see. Here is our support, okay? Here is our support, which we just rejected from. All right. So, but I want to see this play out very well by coming down again, okay? So that is our support, and then we can, just plot a trend line somewhere like this and be waiting for a break of that trend line. So let me do that from here this way down there. Okay, I'll be waiting for a break of that trend line. So if you have not entered this trade already, what you want to wait for, okay, is wait for it to come back down to this area of $2. Okay, maybe $2.98. All right, $2.98. All alternatively, guys, alternatively is to wait for a break of that trend line. Okay, alternatively is to wait for a break of that trend line and a retest for a long setup. Okay, but currently what I'll be looking for is to re-enter a trade if this comes back to this area here. All right, if it comes back to this area, I want to enter a trade. Okay, and then I want to see this. What I want to see is this plays out this way, comes back here, reject, and then go back to that trend line. If we reject from this trend line again, okay, be waiting for the trade to come back here and re-enter a trade, okay, until we break above this trend line. All right, until we break above that trend line and all of that, because I see this coming down this way, go back up there, reject, come back, and then before you finally break the trend line, have a retest here and then go up. Okay, so that is exactly the scenario I'm looking at for this particular trade. All right, so my long setup will be at that 2.086. All right, 2.086. That is exactly what I'll be looking at to enter this trade. 2.086 or even higher at 2.095. Okay, so Vincent, that is exactly what I'll be looking for the WLD token. All right, that is exactly what I'll be looking for that particular trade. Okay, so for Litecoin, let's do LTC and see what happened. LTC USDT. So let's see what happened with this trade for Litecoin. Yeah, so let's do 4 hours. Okay, guys. All right, so these were the areas we're looking at yesterday, right? I told us that these were just coming below, okay, below the, what's it called? The 200-day moving average and then below our trend line as well. Okay, and the possible area of rejection we're looking at is the 786 level. As you can see, our Fibonacci retracement tool that we drew here, okay, is still active there. And that 786 level is this area that I map out right here, which is exactly where we're having that rejection from. So if I go ahead and remove the Fibonacci retracement tool, let's see the Fibonacci retracement tool, remove this so that we can see clearly. All right. So yes, the area we're rejecting from is that particular area there, right? This particular area here. All right. So these other areas you see here is a map I have on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So yes, I was looking at this area market, just consolidating around here for a while. So right now, I think we broke below that. So we now have a new area on the 15 minutes time. Okay, we now have a new area on the 15 minutes time frame. So will this come back here? All right. So we are consolidating. A breakout can be a move to the upside. So if this market rejects from this area of $82 again, you can take it down to around $80. And then if it rejects from $80, you take it back up until maybe we break above. Okay, a good move or a big move for me would be anything above the trend line. All right, anything above this trend line we drew here. But I see this market consolidating for a while here. Okay, I see Litecoin just doing this. Okay, maybe just consolidate, comes back up here, go back up there until eventually we break the trend line. All right, until eventually we break the trend line. So what you want to do is take advantage of the lower time frame and be looking for possible scalping opportunity. Okay, so here I want to wait for it to come back to around maybe $82 or thereabout, 82.5, 82.4. Then I will short. Let's say my short entry will be just here, right? And then I'll target around 81 point, yeah, $81 or thereabout. Okay, put your stop loss just beneath there. And then if you come back to that area, you want to take another setup to the upside. All right. We'll come back to that area, you want to take another setup to the upside. So here, from here, you take another setup and you can target as high as possible to the upside. Okay, to the upside. That is exactly what I am looking at for the Litecoin. Okay. Those are the setup I'm looking at for the Litecoin. Let it play out. Whichever plays out and works for you, go ahead and hit it up, all right? Go ahead and hit it up. That is exactly what I'm looking at, okay? All right, so the next coin we need to look at is the Unction, okay? So let's look at Unction USDT. Unction USDT, guys. Let's look at that. Okay. All right, so let's go to higher time frame and see what's possible with this token. What happened? Why this sudden dump, guys, for this option token? Look at that. Okay, it's newly listed token. So it was listed. Yeah, it was listed a few days ago. It pumped up there, and it has been dumping and dumping and dumping all this while. Okay, it has been dumping and dumping and dumping, guys. So I see this token. I see this token, guys. Now, what decision will I make here? Will it continue to dump, or it will go back down? So if you start coming back up, okay, if you start coming for this particular trade, okay, I don't have any setup for you, but what I will be looking at personally is a long setup. Okay, let's look at the volume that this token currently is being done. That is being done on this token for the past 24 hours. Okay, let's look at unction and see. Yeah, so we have over $2 million in that, and then for the past 24 hours, it has dropped by over 9.3%. 9.3%. Guys, I'll be looking for a long setup for this trade, okay? I'll be looking for a long setup for this trade because right now there are no much statistics where you can say, okay, this is the bottom or this is a support or this is a resistance and all of that, all right? We're just below, very, very low. Let me do 1 hour and see. Yeah, look at that. Guys, I'll be looking to long this trade. Okay, I'll be looking to long this trade. But do we start tight stop loss, okay, in case it goes, it start going down and all of that. For me, I'll be looking to long this trade, guys. Okay, and target something around that area. Put stop loss very close and all of that. All right, so I'll be looking to long that trade. For unction is going to be a long setup for me. I'm not saying enter now, okay? I'm not saying enter now. I'll look, and see what plays out or what works for me and see how I can take a trade to the upside, guys. So yes, I'm not saying enter now, but let's see how it works, okay? Let's see how that works, guys. Okay, any other token you want me to look at? I think if there's no other token, we'll call it a day here. If I have time sometime, yeah, Shiba Inu should have triggered already. So if you're in that Shiba Inu trade, it should have triggered already. Okay, that trade should have triggered already for the SHIB Inu. So pay attention to read and see how it plays out, guys. Okay, let me open back that Shiba Inu trade and see what's possible. So I think this is not on my watch list. All right, so let's open back Shiba Inu and see. What we are looking at right now for Shiba Inu, guys. Yeah. Okay. So guys, for those of you who are waiting with the entering point and all of that, okay, the entry is still at that 9149, okay, 9149, but mine already triggered, so let's see how it plays out. Okay, let's see how Shiba Inu plays out, all right? So yeah, if it plays out for you well, kudos. If it doesn't, look for for the pullback. I see this other bigger trend line on the daily time frame. Okay, I still see Shiba Inu playing out and coming down to this area, but maybe to go and test that 200-day moving average. Okay, maybe it just goes and test that 200-day moving average and then come back gradually to here. Now, this all depends on how long you are ready to hold on to this market, okay? It depends on how long you are ready to hold on to this market, all right? I believe the Binance, what was that their news about Shiba Inu and all of that? Okay, is what is equally contributing to the pump in the market right now. Okay, so guys, what I'll be looking for is for this to come back. All right, if you can stay in a trade for long, you see this playing out. All right, you see it coming back to that 200-day moving average, and then gradually coming down to this area, and boom, that would be a massive take profit level. I can do, but this would take some time. Okay, let's say I'm hoping that this trade will come back to this area here. How long will it take for this trade to come back to this area, the trend line? Let's just imagine how long. Okay, from the 200-day moving average, that would take you like almost a week. Okay, it will take you like almost a week and all of that, right? For that to come back down to this area. Okay, so let's see. But if we break above the 200-day moving average, guys, we'll continue the upward movement. But for now, we just look at that. Okay, you can either short here or wait to enter at that 0.0093. I can even set another order to short at that 0.0093. 0.0093, guys. Okay, yeah, keep your questions coming before I call it a day, guys. Smash that like button, all right? Smash the like button, guys. If you love what we're doing here, smash the like button, all right? The weekend will be boring somehow, okay? The market may even dump more and all of that, but be careful, guys. Just be careful, okay? Don't make decisions that will, eat up your money and all of that, okay? Don't make, some decisions that will eat up your money, guys. So, yeah. Okay, guys, any question? Any question before we call it a day? Sorry, I'm trying to set up some things here on my phone, okay? I'm trying to set up some limit orders on my phone, okay? So please don't crucify me. Okay? I'm trying to set up some limit orders on my phone, guys. Yeah, let's see how that plays out, all right? Let's see how it plays out. So yeah, I'll do another one at 933. Okay. All right, so any question? Do you have questions for me? Go ahead and ask the questions, okay? Go ahead and ask the questions. So, yeah, I just have some limit order set up, okay? Both for the trade I entered before, that is for the 1,000 ladies, okay? I have to add to my position and all of that to bring my entry closer and all of that, right? So, guys, there is no question. I think we'll call it a day here. I'm still on my own. I need to go take my medication this morning. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Do have a wonderful day. If I have time later, we'll still go live, but if not, we'll see you tomorrow and then Monday.